Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning. Yeah, I'm back in the book. Let's go. I got a nice lesson for you today. It's about adversities. We all got to go through them. The question is, how do you handle them? Why? Because they're God's tests. Let's go. Radism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask you the question. Do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows that they know, is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to my be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about adversities in life. Adversity and their purpose in your life. Why? They're God's test of what? Your faith. People with little faith, first time something go wrong, they fall apart. They just lose their damn mind. Those are ones who God look at and laughs at. I got you. See, that's the difference. So let's talk about this right quick. This is a good lesson on how you handle your adverse situations. Stand up. Don't, And I got life experience that I can share with you on my own, that I had to learn that lesson the old-fashioned way. Boy, it wasn't easy. Why is it adversities in our life? God's test. To see what your metal's all about, where your faith at, how strong is your belief. All those things is questioned when things happen. Oh God, why you let me do it? Everybody want to call God. Moving on. Your situation is pretty much caused by you. Understand that. Now, wouldn't it be nice? It would be nice if there was no misfortunes or unluckiness, as some people look at it, to hamper your movement in life, cause you problems. We all would like that, but it don't work that way. Life ain't made that way. God didn't set it up for that purpose. In fact, no matter who you are, you will experience life adversity of one form or another as you progress through your life. Again, your situation, you got to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I keep trying to tell you, everything that self, you got to deal with on a day-to-day basis. We can't speed the process up. We can't slow it down. We just got to go with the flow, so to speak. Let it go. Just flow. And do what it is that you should be doing for you. That's the start. Adversities is a divine message. Well, what the hell? Yeah. See, again, ye of little faith. First time something happens, well, why would God do that? You just handle the situation. Don't worry about God. Stop worrying about what God do or don't do, what it do. You need to do what you need to do for you. That's the start of what? Self-improvement. Stop passing the buck. Stop. You would indulge. Okay, if we didn't have adversities in life, what happened? You would indulge in every desire and every whim that comes to mind. And we have a bunch of chaos going on. Well, we there now, but the idea is to keep some kind of control amongst the people. That's why they give you religion, but another lesson. But you need to be able to control yourself. God will put obstacles in your way to see how you handle them. That's it. That's it. Life is a test. The human experience is to what? Pass the test of life. situations you're going to be confronted with, how you're going to deal with them, what kind of person you are. All that makes the sense, makes the difference too. You would only seek to what? Satisfy your desires. We have that right now. Most people live just for that, to satisfy their desires and for pleasures, and you will not accomplish a damn thing significant in your life. Young people, we have fun. We don't see job as important. We see just having fun. It's pleasures of the flesh, party, all that. But then that's for child. That's child's play. Then you grow up, you get better. And as you grow up, things are going to start happening that you got to deal with it like an adult, not a kid. But mommy, daddy, help me. No, it's all on you, okay? You're responsible. In the end, you would be frustrated. A lot of us live that. And disappointed. A lot of us experience that. Why? Because no matter how hard you try, it is not possible to ever completely satisfy your egoistic desires of the pleasures of the flesh. It's been saying that forever. We've been saying that forever. And everybody knows that, but what? They still do it. We know right from wrong. People still do wrong. Why? Free will, choice. Okay? Adversity is a form of resistance which life places on all of us for the purpose, again, of enduring in them a need to strive to overcome that adverse situation one way or another. Everybody deal with their situations differently. When adversity is not met with the correct understanding, right there, I'll underline that one. If you have a situation and you don't handle it correctly, that's a you problem, because you will suffer the consequences again. Not just adverse, but when you do it wrong, you're going to cause more problems. There's two ways to do everything, the right way and the wrong way. The right way gets rewarded, the wrong way gets punished. Moving on. This is real simple. Where we at? In the end, okay. When you still want to satisfy pleasures of the flesh, you ain't woke up yet. And adversity is a form of what? Life is places you work. Okay. No, I'm down here now. Okay, excuse me, my bad. Yeah. If adversities aren't met with the correct understanding, what's this? And with the right attitude, what happened? It can become a great source of strength and spiritual inspiration. Perfect example. You talk all that talk about, if this, if that. I wake up at 12 o'clock one night, bam, there's noise. My car's parked on the street. I look out the window. I see a truck that's rammed into my car. Head on, just boom. I hear the fuel, whatever, something's leaking, you can hear. But I got up, put my clothes on. I was cool. See, every now and then I go into what I call my cool mode. I mean, I'm not going to react. I'm not going to, freak out. I'm going to deal with the situation, practicing how to be my better self. So, and everybody had got outside first. They just knew when I come outside, all hell going to break loose. I shocked them all. I came out, looked, turned around, walked back in the house. That's how I handled that situation. I could have done a whole bunch of other stuff. But being cool, that's how I dealt with that. And everybody was like, yeah, just handle that. Just handle it. So, however, and whatever adversities makes your what? If it makes your heart, if it makes your heart hard-hearted, it makes you hard-hearted. I mean, you get upset, you get mad. First, all I want to do is butt punch something. What to do that? The dude, I just walked away. Again, the old me, I would have seen fire. I'd have been locked up and the whole nine. But okay, I was cool. Moving on. And that was my situation that I had to learn for myself. Okay, but if your situation, adversity makes you hard-hearted, makes you mad and insensitive, selfish, cold, and bitter, I would have been locked up. Because I'd have freaked out and beat the brakes off that drunk guy because he was drunk. Okay, far enough. That's another story. But the whole point of my situation, I handled it the right way. And then what happened? Then you would lead yourself, if you handle it wrong, deeper into that quagmire of negativity and pain. So adversity is really God's way of calling your attention away from negative ways of life and to draw your attention toward a basic element of life. I didn't really care about the car. I did, but it didn't put me crazy. So again, learning my life lessons about dealing with situations that I didn't cause, just handle it. Often when people succeed in acquiring what? Some object that they desire, a car, they develop in a conceit, vanity. I drive this, my car, I got new rubber. Yeah, don't look good. But when that car was taken away, how'd you act? I was cool. The old me lost my damn mind. I would have lost all sense. I would have went crazy. Why? No self-control. Okay, that's why. They look down on others because you got a new fancy car. You think you all that. We deal with that all the time. That's conceit. Right there. They just said it. And you feel proud of yourself. It's okay to be proud, but not that conceited pride where you think you're better than everybody. That's not good. And what's this? Their accomplishments. They want everybody to kiss their butt, so to speak, or act in life. I can tell you this right now. Your milestones in life, you share them with yourself. Why? Nobody else really gives a damn. I can tell you that part too. That ain't adversity. That's just a fact of life. However, when they lose what they desired, what they had so much love for, right? They fall into that valley of what? Adversity. We call despair. They may get violent and angry. They blame others for what? Their misfortunes and seek to hurt others for what they lost. Me beating the brakes off that little guy wouldn't have done nothing but put me in a position of what? Something bad is going to jail. But I'm living out my anger. I'm getting off my frustration. See the difference? So if you handle it wrong, you're going to get more deeper into the quagmire. I could have done that, but I didn't. So I avoided that pitfall. But many people in life who have experienced the most adversities in life, in history, know who you are? Ready? Sages and saints. Good guys doing good work, but they got the most adverse situation. Why? Because they can handle it. They show God over and over again how strong they are, how good they are about what? Any obstacle that's thrown in front of them. I just told you, self-mastery is being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. I'm learning how to master myself and being in any situation and maintaining my cool. Okay? Not getting caught up in what's going on. A lot of us get caught up and wonder what happened. But in the question now, okay, why should God allow those who are trying to be closest to Him, the divine, be plagued with adversities in life? They're tests. They're tests. Human life is a test for the spiritual being. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're here to test, to prove our mettle, and to what? Know thyself. So what? We can leave. Until that happens, you're going to, okay, keep coming back. Reincarnation. That's the concept. And it's been working for a long time. And guess what? Because you or me ain't going to change it. Only thing we can change, not time, not situations, ourselves and how we think and how we deal with situations, aka adversity. Everybody good at dealing with good stuff. Everybody doing, yeah. But how good are you at dealing with adversity? Just another test in life. You're gonna have to go through it one way or another. Okay? Have you noticed that it seems as though the people who are most righteous or present themselves as most righteous, because those who are righteous, they don't have to presume. They don't have to do nothing. They live in it. Trust me. But it said that the most righteous and the most deserving of prosperity, the good people, they are the ones who what? Suffer the most in life. That's God's intent, to improve or to prove to Him your mettle. And when you do that, you get closer to Him. Doing the right thing in bad situation gets you closer to God. Doing what you want to do don't get you close. It gets you the consequences that you're going to suffer through. In families, the child who is the most obedient gets the what? The most attention. Everybody likes obedience. See, that's what God looks at. See, right there. As a parent, you what? You get a child with the most obedient, you get him what? And watch this. The one who gets the most obedience gets the most what? Attention. And disciplinary control. People ask my son, how did you avoid the drugs and all that stuff in the streets? He said, my dad wasn't having it. Oh, yeah, that was the law. No. See, again, when you make change, you put the Right here, the buck stops here. We ain't doing that. Simple as that. And when people who are loving and compassionate, when they suffer illnesses, watch this, and the pain from others, that they put themselves out there and allow people to walk on them like a floor, that's what happens. This is because nature has been set up by God. Here we go. Watch this. To what? Create situations in life. Again, this is a test. Human beings, we are being tested in human form. This is an experience that we had to go through to get to the next level. And they can't take the body. So when the body wearing out, dies, expires, okay, the spirit either going to go for another body or because it's enlightened, it's going home, okay? And which, watch this, these challenges that God created for us, which challenge all human beings, not some, not a few, all human beings, so as to what? Provide for them their own opportunities to discover their inner resources, which give them what? The capacity to overcome the troubles, their faith and belief in God, and thereby grow in discovery of their deeper self, their higher self. Somebody is watching over us. Somebody's protecting us. That's the mindset. That's God. And those who suffer, watch this, the most are in reality those who have drawn more attention, what? From God. So indeed chosen, so y'all feel, for what? More intense spiritual tests. Ding, 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 ding. Right there. I knew it was in there somewhere. This is a test, okay? And sometimes it's best what? Not to respond. Thank you, George. Okay? Sometimes it's just best to just chill and let stuff play itself out. I'm getting so much better at that in life and in my relationships. So I'm seeing a whole different me dealing with situations, and I'm benefiting. Why? I'm not causing problems from my side. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm holding up my end. That's all. So in this testing, like this, life, this testing process we call life in nature will allow every soul their own opportunity to face the troubles that God set before them to see how they respond. This is the only test. Do not respond. Some tests don't need you to respond. And they see how they face trouble with either, watch this, either they're going to deal with boldness and faith, saying, well, it's God's will, I'm doing it, be it good or bad. I love that. My man sister said that. It just resonates with me, because if you with God, it ain't all going to be good. Oh, no. But that's what that verse is for. God does it for a reason. I'm seeing how loyal you are to me, how true you are to me. Instead of perpetrating the fraud, I give you a life test. Let's go. That's what the adversity is about. And you deal with boldness and faith, or you can flip it and deal with it, fear and negativity. And the rewards, what's this? The rewards for adversity face well. I got mine. It took over a month. So my due diligence, week after week after week, car shopping, car hopping, trying to put it back, get my car. That was stressful, but I was cool. And when you handle adversity, when it's faced well, or increase your strength of will and increase feeling of discovery of the divine within. That's perfect what happened to me. When I experienced the situation, I handled it that way, I got the benefits of just that. I felt so much better. I felt so much closer. Why? I didn't break. I didn't give in. I didn't freak out. The old me didn't take over. My ego sat and did what it needed to do. Nothing. The ego is hard. It is hard for the ego to do nothing. Okay, understand that. So you can get that in control. That's the main thing. But when you discover the divine within you, from the way you act, when adversity is faced with negativity, it's the flip side. And ignorance, ooh, buddy, I'll be going to court, facing charges, all kind of nonsense. Why? Because of what I did. Because I did nothing. That don't even come into play. That's the part I realize, and that's the part I feel so much good about. Wow, man, I had to deal with that nonsense the whole time. What? I did it. That's a fetter. That's the ego. Caused me a whole lot of trouble. But he didn't have no say-so, so I avoided all that nonsense. And I'm better for it. Trust me, that's the best part about it. When you feel good about what you did, that's all that counts. I don't care what they're like. Oh, man, you was cool. I don't give a damn. You have no idea the intestinal fortitude it took to do that. That's the difference. And at least when you do it with negativity and ignorance, if I'd have done it that way, it would lead to what? Pain and sorrow and what? More adverse situations. Makes a lot of sense, don't it? And because I did it, I can agree with that 100% from what? Experience. Not because I read it, not because it makes sense and I agree with it. No! I experienced it. Like anything else, the best teacher is experience. I'm trying to get you to understand that. Let experience do what it do. All you got to do is take care of you. And that's the experience that you're supposed to pass. And that's what God wants to see, the real you. Freaking out and the wilding out over possessions and stuff, that ain't godly at all. Oh, that's ego. He lost his mind. Moving on. So therefore, adversities cannot be understood and successfully faced with negative anger, hatred, hard-heartedness, etc. Those are the negative ways to handle adverse situations that you didn't cause. So you can make it worse by being like that. You can make it better by doing like I did. Let it play itself out. And adversity can only be overcome with wisdom and virtue, righteousness. And with virtue is the first and the most important quality to be developed by all serious spiritual aspirants. If you're not a good person at heart, you're not going to be a right thinker because you're not going to do the things you need to do to make that happen for yourself. Okay? And that's what it's telling you. Adversities can only be overcome with wisdom, righteousness, and virtue. And from a spiritual perspective, what is considered to be prosperity by the masses or ignorant people is in reality adversity. Why? And what is considered to be adversity by the masses, and we know that y'all don't know shit from Shioto because you're ignorant of a lot of stuff. So y'all shouldn't count. It should take y'all votes away too. Why? Because that ignorant voting don't help nobody. But the masses, and really is prosperity. I prospered from my car getting towed up because how I handled it. And I prospered. A month later, I got a new car. Upgrade. Better situation. So you see? Right there. I lived that, so I can speak for that point on that one. I couldn't wait to get that one out. But the masses, y'all are considered ignorant. But the masses consider that becoming rich and being able to indulge in the pleasure of the senses through food, drink, drugs, sex, and the ultimate goal, yet is there anyone who had discovered true peace and contentment because of billions of dollars? Nope, not a one. Not a one. Won't happen, ain't gonna happen. Why? We ain't built for that. Why? Because it's all about material things, and spirituality ain't about material. That's the difference. I didn't lesson about it. I gotta do that one yet. But you got spirit, which is what's in us. Matter is the physical outside. They're in together. They go together, yin and yang. Okay, but you got to get better at what? The spiritual aspect of yourself. That's what you control. Having the opportunity to indulge in the pleasures of the flesh creates an opportunity for your mind to now become more dependent on what? On worldly pleasures. You wake up, you want to zoom, you want to get high, you want to have pleasure. All you want to do is have fun. No more work ethic, no more you just want to have fun. Why? I got a bunch of money and I can pay for it. That's all. So I can be the worst person in the world and just buy my way out. Sound familiar? This process intensifies the egoistic feelings and draws what? The soul away from discovering its true peace within. When the soul get carried away with the ego, it can't stop the ego. Ego got control. The soul just long for ride. Okay? There is increasing agitation and worry over what? Gaining what is desired by you, more stuff, more money, and then preoccupation with how to hold it. Once you get it, now you got to hold it. Not realizing what? That all must be left behind at death. When this time, whatever's here will be here. I just won't. So I'm not accumulating a bunch of stuff outside of books and stuff that I need for myself. I don't have a bunch of toys. My old man was a trinket type of dude. He wanted everything. When he died, everybody else got it. I'm not doing that, okay? So when you die, everything is left behind at the time of death. People keep on, no make a difference, they keep on what? Seeking fame, fortune, and glory. All that dies too. Well, you can leave a legacy, that's cool, but everything else, not so much. And watch this, in the process we call life, never discovering true happiness. We know billionaires and millionaires not happy. Why? They got everything except what? Self-knowledge. Knowing thyself. Why? They didn't take the time to learn that. They took the time to get everything else. They gained the world and lost themselves. They have duped themselves into believing, right there, believing that the material wealth brings happiness. Ding, 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 ding. That is our major problem. Why? We think because I got stuff, I hold this, I got that, I'm happy. No, you're not. Think about it. No, you're not. Those things don't make you happy. Happiness is being happy with yourself. Why? Because the greedy corporations that guide and lead us, the media and the popular culture, reinforce this message. Everybody want to be rich and famous. Everybody want to be a millionaire. Everybody want, because they're selling you a bill of goods. Stop buying the damn goods. Like I told my brother, if the white man keep bringing drugs in the black neighborhood, he can't sell them. So if we don't touch them, they can't get in the neighborhood. He bring guns. He can't do nothing with them. We get them, kill each other. How about we just don't touch the grub, don't touch the drugs, and don't touch the guns? Let him do his own damn bidding. No, we his suckers. And that's why he's looking at masters as suckers. That's why they take advantage of those less fortunate. Where the drugs at? Low neighborhood. Okay. Where the high crime? Low neighborhood. Moving on. So they know that. In every city, got suburb, you got a hood. That side of the track, this side. It's been that way. We've separated since forever. Why? We ain't never gonna get together. It won't work. Why? Black and white ain't gonna go together. Simply that. Black gonna be black, white gonna be white. Understand that. But in reality, it's really a message. In reality, it is a philosophy of ignorance that a lot of us follow, and it's based on already lack of knowledge, lack of self-reflection, and spiritual insight. I ain't saying go join the church. Everything church ain't good, but find somebody that's going to teach you about what? You being a better you. I open a school. Why? Just to teach you how to be a better you. No, none of that. No, we don't need none of that. Y'all got all that. I'm going to teach you about how to be you, how to use this thing up here. That's the problem. Adversity is a call to wake up from this delusion of pain and sorrow, and thus who are experiencing the worst conditions are receiving the loudest call. If your life is filled with adversity, you're doing something wrong. God's trying to get your damn attention. Sorry, calm down. So therefore, adversity, is the reality of prosperity. Why? Because it stimulates your mind through suffering a situation that you didn't cause, but you're dealing with it, so that it may look for a higher vision of your life. And now you can discover the abode of what we call true happiness, which is inside of you. Peace and contentment, which transcends worldly measures, materialistic things. It's all spiritual and it's all emotions. When you got those things working together, you got God and you as one. You're supposed to think and feel as one, heart and mind working together. That's what does that. I'm trying to get you there best I could. Let me finish up right here. This exalted vision, we call third eye vision, inner vision, seeing yourself, not the outer world. These two do that. This sees inside. The exalted vision of life is an innate potential. We all have the ability to open up the third eye in every human being. What is necessary is the dedication and the perseverance by that human being to seek a higher understanding of the divine nature of creation and the divine nature of our innermost heart. God is here. God is here. That little thing, that pineal gland, we've been bugged by God. He tapped that pineal gland for all his creation. He knows just where we at. He's with us. Get it? Get the concept? All right, I just came up with that one. But watch this. It has the power to absorb and redeem all negativity. This is the highest goal of all human beings. Ding, 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 ding. When you reach this level of understanding, Nihas, they call it, consciousness, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it, nirvana. This is the highest goal, knowing thyself, of all human beings, and it's the most difficult to achieve. That's why it's easy down here. It's a little hard up here. Everybody ain't going to make it. We know that. That's why you got reincarnation. What? Don't worry. You can get it right. Keep going until you get it right. You can't go without it. Moving on. You can't go to heaven alive. You can live in hell. Get the concept? However, as you gain your greater understanding of oneself and the greater will, to act with righteousness and virtue, now your inner vision from the divine will increase and draw you closer and closer to who? Your higher self, we call God. This is the glory of virtue and righteousness, and its power to vanquish and eradicate vice, ignorance from the human heart. That's how you purify the heart. Directly. I just gave you a nice lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. No, it took a little while, but you should got something like this. I tried to put it to you the best I could so you can understand it, and you can implement it and be prepared for your adversity that you're going to have in life. When daily, prepare yourself. Be ready. Right thinkers, hope you got the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I got to go. And in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who's starting to realize adversities in life have passed away. They're tests that you should pass for yourself, to know thyself. I'm out.